Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining. Let's give everybody just another minute or so to join, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, hello and happy Thursday. Today is August 26th of 2021. This is Drew, your Floify support manager, and I'll be running you through Floify's reporting and analytics today. This is where companies and LO teams can take advantage of the insights given by this tool to locate bottlenecks in your process, evaluate the performance of your loan production teams, or dig into the details of your typical borrower profile, such as age and the devices they use. Now, as I'm sharing the tips and tricks webinar with you today, if you have any questions, comments, or feedback about any of the features or functionality in the Floify platform, please use the live chat feature on your screen and reach out to us directly. I do have a couple of teammates standing by to address any questions or comments you might have along the way, so feel free to use that. If you do have any recommendations for features you would like us to cover in upcoming webinars, feel free to send those ideas through the chat as well. All right, now before I do dive into the reporting and analytics, I thought it would be nice to share with everyone some recent updates that just went live this last week. Something to keep in mind here is that some of these features came about because of the feature requests and feedback submitted by you. With that being said, anytime you have an idea that you think would help improve the system or make production better, you can always submit these requests to ideas.flowify.com. These go directly through our product team to take into consideration, and the upvotes help see where the most demand is. I love that your voices can be heard and that I get to be a part of a company that actually listens to you and helps make your life better in at least a small way. So get those ideas in if you have them, or browse recent requests and give those some upvotes. As of this past week, we have had some enhancements. The borrower usability improvements. This includes a better UI for borrowers, which is a user interface, basically what the borrower is looking at when they're looking at the screen. So, especially if they have multiple loan flows, this will help them choose which loan flow they're actually trying to work on. You can rename the term for your loan flows instead of the term loans. You can go ahead and change that to something different. There's times we have other companies besides mortgage companies that use us, so this is especially helpful for those type of companies. And from your side, you'll now notice that you can include loan type and property address when starting a new loan flow. All right. One nice feature for borrowers, a highly requested feature, I might add, is drag and drop for borrowers. This isn't quite yet available for Allo teams, but that's something that is in the works, and we're hoping to have that out soon. But as far as borrowers go, they can now drag and drop their documents, which makes things just that much easier for them. We have new reporting metrics, which I'll show you today. Some of these new metrics include median start to submission times on applications. So you can see on average how long it takes your borrowers to complete their apps, how many documents have come through Floify, how many you've accepted, how many have been rejected, etc. Renaming the docs in the viewer modal, so you can now rename docs as you're looking at them. That was also a highly requested feature request. You can export users from your company dashboard now. So anytime you want to view your company from a high level, you can now export all Allo teams and users right from the company dashboard. This is helpful if you want to gather everybody's subdomains, for instance, if you want to see which emails people are using in the system, phone numbers, things like that. And then lastly, we have the mobile SMS opt-in, opt-out, where borrowers can now opt in or out directly from their phone. All right, now for today, the topics of discussion are going to be real simple. We're going to cover the reporting and analytics settings. This is how you can determine which teams and which events you would like to analyze. And number two, we're going to show where you can view this data. All right, so pretty simple today. Now, reporting and analytics settings and customizations. To get there, we're going to go to our company dashboard. One thing to keep in mind is you do have to be a company admin in order to view these metrics, okay? Now, if you're not a company admin, you may need to speak with one to go ahead and view these reports. But from your company dashboard, you're going to want to go to company settings, and then from there, you'll find a tab for reporting and analytics. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at that. So we'll go up here and click on our team, and we're going to go to the company dashboard. We're going to go to company settings, and then we're going to find that reporting and analytics tool. All right, now we're going to cover a few different options in our settings here. The first is going to be our general settings. This is essentially how you turn on and off the reporting and analytics if you ever want to. Teams to track is pretty self-explanatory. You can also pick and choose which teams that you want to track. The event to milestone mapping. This is where you can go ahead and set a specific milestone that you want to record this specific metric. So if you have a loan in progress and you check off, in my case, I have all of mine set up to loan funded. So that tells me that during the duration of that loan flow, when I click loan funded, that is when I know that loan closed. So that's how I can go ahead and track that particular metric. Application metrics, if I open this one up, this is where I can see the different options that I have. I have applications started, so I can see the number of loan apps that I've started, the application completion rate, which tells me how many apps have been completed, applications submitted by loan type, prospects by lead source. So I know that, if I have a referral partner that sent out the link to a borrower, I can track those type of things. One of the newer features is the start to submit time. So I can now track when a borrower starts an application, and then I can choose to view how long it takes from start to submission. All right, I can also view median submit to conversion time, and then prospects by co-branded landing page, which again, if I have a referral partner that are sending people my way, I can view who that person is and what page they came from. All right, now my borrower demographic, pretty simple here. On this one, I can view my active borrower's age and the type of devices that they're using, pretty simple there. And then for my loan metrics, this is where we can view loans that were created, median times for loans to close. Again, this takes that milestone into consideration, my loan funded in my case. The mortgage pull-through rate, which is the percentage of submitted loan applications that have been successfully funded. And then you can track your documents too. How many docs have been uploaded, how many have been accepted, rejected, and then you can view your loans by the creation source as well, whether they started their application through Apply Now, whether you went into prospects and started that for them, or whether you had to convert them through an incomplete application that they never finished. Okay, now let me go ahead and show you this live from your company dashboard. Okay, so I'm going to start this from my loan pipeline page. So again, you do have to be a company admin to access this, but if you click on your team name in the top right corner, you're going to see the option for the company dashboard if you are in fact an admin. So go ahead and click company dashboard, and that's going to bring you right there. All right, now what you want to do is go into your company settings, And you're going to look for reporting and analytics right here. So go ahead and click on that. And this is where you're going to have all of those settings we just covered. So if you want the reporting and analytics enabled, you'll go to your general settings. And again, you have all of those other options here: teams to track, event to milestone mapping, application metrics, borrower demographic metrics, and the loan metrics. If you ever want to adjust any of these, just go ahead and click edit application metrics. And you can go through and keep the ones that you want checked or uncheck any of these that you don't want. And then next, we'll go ahead and cover the reporting and analytics and where to view this. All right, so viewing reports and analytics. Okay, now this is going to be in your company dashboard again. Now you're going to click activity on the top navigation bar there. And what you're looking for is reporting and analytics here. Okay, so this is going to be in your company dashboard. You're going to go to activity, reporting and analytics. All right, now once you go to the reporting and analytics page, you're going to have a few different options to look at. One is you're going to have an option of which teams you want to view. You can view all teams, or you can go through and choose individual LOs. Next, you can choose how many days you want to go back. You can go back 30, 60, 90, 120 days. You can go the previous month, or you can even go back year to date. So if I wanted to check 2020 compared to this year, I can absolutely do that. All right, you're going to see other options here as well. You're going to see things that are going to show applications started, application completion rate, and then loan flows created. These will give you all of the numbers depending on which teams you're viewing. In my case, I'm viewing all teams, so I can see all of the applications that have been started in the last 30 days. Same with completion and loan flows created. Or I can go ahead and view the breakdown by LO team if I choose to. If I scroll down further on that page, I'm going to be able to break it up, and I can choose and separate my options from application, borrower demographics, and loans to view my different metrics. So if I select application, this is what I'm viewing here. I can go ahead and view my prospects by lead source. So I can see how many are coming in through my apply now page. The add new prospect tells me which ones I've gone in and added them as a prospect to start the application. And then my co-branded apply now page is if I'm using a referral partner to send out my links to their borrowers, I can see how many are coming in that way as well. I can also view prospects by co-branded landing page, so I can see my metrics for who is sending me my leads. I have Ralph Realtor, and Reggie is really the only one that has sent me anything in the last 30 days. By the way, anytime you see the green up arrow, that means that your metrics are up. And of course, if you see the red, that means that your metrics are dipping a little bit. All right. Then if I just scroll down a little bit, I have median start to submit time. So this will tell me my median for when borrowers start an application and how long it takes them to submit that application. In my case, not very long here. I don't have any metrics right now for median submit to conversion time since I have mine automatically converting for me. But if you convert these manually, you would have that stat there to track. And then you can also see applications submitted by loan type, all right, purchase, refinance, other. Now for borrower demographics, again, this one's pretty simple. I can go ahead and view my active borrower age and the type of devices they use. Now, in my case, they're using a lot more desktop than mobile phone. And then lastly, on the loans tab, I can view median time for loans to close, mortgage pull-through rate, documents uploaded, documents accepted and rejected. I can also view loans by creation source. So again, I have apply now, start new loan flow, and then convert to a live loan flow. That just shows me how many incomplete applications I'm converting there. And I'll show this again in action here. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. And all right, there it is. I have it pulled up there. Okay, let's go ahead and take a live look now. Now, anywhere from your company dashboard, you can go ahead and hover over activity on the top navigation bar here and go to reporting and analytics to view your data here. All right, so everything that we just covered is going to be on this page. You have the teams that you can view. You can sort by team if you want to. You can choose 30, 60, 90, or 120 days. You can compare August to July, or you can compare this entire year back to 2020 if you choose. All right, and then again, we can see applications started. We have application completion rate, loan flows created. And for any of these three, you can break this down by team if you want to. So if I want to see how many applications were started by LO team, I can go ahead and click on this. And I have my company total, most applications submitted, which would be Team Martinet here, fewest applications submitted, which would be our support team, their general account. And then we have a team breakdown. So you can see that Team Martinet has 21 that were started. On the other hand, Team Roberts has 7, and then Team Heil has 2 right down here. All right, so you can take a look at those by LO team. We'll go back to metrics. And then you can go and take a look at the rest of these here. So if you want to go ahead and click applications, you can toggle between that, borrower demographics, and loans. So again, we can view prospects by lead source. All right, so most of our prospects are coming in from the Apply Now page, which is good. Most of our LOs work it this way. If we wanted to add a new prospect, you wanted to be a little more proactive, and from your prospects page, you went ahead and added your prospect instead. That will show here. And then a co-branded Apply Now page. So if you're working with realtors and you've set them up with their own co-branded landing pages, any borrowers that come in will be tracked right here, and you can see how many of those loans were started that way. All right, and then you can also see which realtors or partners have been sending business your way. So you can see that Ralph Realtor here. He went ahead and although there's 0 now, perhaps he did in the past. And then Reggie Realtor, within the last 30 days, he went ahead and had 1 borrower come in through his co-branded landing page. All right, so that's good. So you can see traffic coming in through those partners. You have your median start to submit time. I don't have any for median submit to conversion time now. And then you have applications submitted by loan type. So we're looking at purchase, refinance, other. If I click the borrower demographics here, of course, I can see the active borrower age, and I have a percentage as to what age groups those people fall into. Borrower device usage, I can see most of my users are using a desktop. Only 1.6% are using a mobile phone. That may look different with your demographic. And then, of course, we have loans. So median time for loans to close. This is where, if you remember the event to milestone, this is where you can set up which milestone is to be checked off to track this particular metric here. All right, so it looks like mine, I have a funny little percentage there, so I'll have to think that's a little bug there. But Brooke Roberts has 19 days, her average time to close, which is pretty quick. But hey, if she can do 19 days, so be it. Mortgage pull-through rate, documents uploaded, documents rejected, and so forth. And again, if you want to view any of these by specific LO team, you have that option here as well. All right, that concludes today's tips and tricks webinar. If you have any further questions about reports and analytics or any other topics, feel free to reach out to support@floify.com, and we're happy to get any of those questions answered. Thank you very much again for joining, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. Take care.